All right, so yes, the rest of the year is shaping up very nicely for Space Marine 2. Here's our very first look at the new weapon, the Neo Volkite pistol. And get this, it's actually happening. Yes, we're getting a brand new operation by the end of the year. Here's a tease right here. And we're going to go over this full-blown blog post that they just released, giving us all the details as to what to expect for the rest of the year. They go over ideas that they are looking into and ideas that they're just saying no to as well. All right, so I say we get into this, starting off with the upcoming content. It says another update is coming soon with a brand new weapon, the Neo Volkite pistol. Now, the Neo Volkite pistol is a thermal weapon with accumulative damage. Its heat rays have a deadly impact on organic matter, incinerating flesh into ash with explosive force and jets of flame, a weapon of choice against the Tyranids. Now, the Bulwark, Assault, and Vanguard will have access to the Neo Volkite as a secondary weapon. Oh man, no love for the tactical. Oh well, that's no big deal. But anyway, it says on top of the addition, this update will also come with buffs for several firearms as well. So that's cool to note right there. And again, another look at it in action right here. Looks really badass. As you may have noted, they did mention that this weapon is more powerful against the Tyranids, it seems. So makes me wonder if down the pipeline we will see specific weapons that are geared more towards the Thousand Suns as well. All right, let's talk about later this year. So around early December will come the much-awaited Dark Angel Chapter Pack, along with a new enemy, the Zangar Enlightened, and get this, yes, a new PvE map set on Demarium known as Obelisk. So this is really cool. I was not expecting them to pull that off. So that is going to be actually a Christmas present for us all. So I am absolutely thrilled that we're getting another new operation by the end of 2024. Man, let me tell you what, Saber is absolutely hitting it out of the ballpark, at least in my opinion, with Space Marine 2. All right, next up we have this as well. On another note, we've seen your feedback about blocking weapons feeling unsatisfying to play with and are currently in the process of reworking them. Nice. And here's a look at the Dark Angels customization right there. Another shot, of course, of the brand new operation, which just looks absolutely beautiful and badass. And then what about your ideas? So they talk a little bit about this here. So it says you are constantly submitting new ideas on the Focus Together website to our great delight. Let's answer some of them. So content additions, new melee weapons. So adding new melee weapons is something we'd love to have later. However, it also takes a lot of time and production resources to integrate. Be sure that we'll let you know once we're more advanced on that subject. So it's not a no, it just takes a lot of time. Next up, we have more campaign missions. And they say this, we're currently not thinking about adding new campaign missions in Space Marine 2. We'd rather focus on creating new operations and Eternal War content. And my opinion is just triple down on the new operations. I think a lot of people want more operations than anything else. But yeah, it would be cool to see like the campaign stuff expanded upon. But honestly, I would love to see the existing campaign maps added into operations as well, if they could pull that off. But what about Eternal War party size? They say this, we're currently working on implementing custom PvP lobbies. You'll be able to invite your friends alongside various other options to customize your experience, score limit, time limit, class limit, and so on. So it sounds like it's something that they're looking into right there. And then the Heretic Astartes playable in operations. Now, they say this about this one, this will not be implemented due to Space Marine 2 specific setting, how operations are designed, and even the game as a whole. All the dialogue is written as Astartes, talking to other Astartes, for example. Missions are also designed so that other characters fight to help the Imperium's war effort. So yeah, you can see how narratively that would be conflicting. Now, number 5, it says add the possibility to replay the campaign prologue. And they go on to say this, well, this is not a priority at the moment. This is something we might consider in the future. So yeah, don't hold your breath too much on that one, but yeah, they're looking into it. Number 6, consider adding a bonus reward for players using Quick Match. And they say this is something we are considering adding in the future. Nice. Now, what about customization? Color lenses. We are ready to release the color lenses with the next big update, which will bring the Dark Angels chapter pack. Yes, so finally it's going to be making it into the game. Number 2, more than 4 customization slots. And they say this is not a priority right now. We prefer to focus on developing other features at the moment. We'll come back to this later. And for customization add-ons, more customization will come in the future. More precise customization options is a must-have as well. Now, that's very generic, but they do get into more specifics here about more helmet customization and patterns. And they confirm that this is something that they're actually working on right now. It will arrive in the lifespan of the game, so there's no ETA on that. What about ability to recolor cloth pieces and tabards? We can consider adding this option later down the line, but creating a satisfying level of quality for this feature is harder than it looks. But a very highly requested feature, I gotta say. So yeah, in terms of customization, that's something that I absolutely want to see. So hopefully they can get that one in the game ahead of some of the other customization features as well, because I think that one is kind of more on the priority list, I should say, for customization. All right, at least for me. All right, next up we have Lieutenant Color Customization. This has been greenlit. More customization is coming for helmets corresponding to other chapters. And number 7, change the skin color of your Marine. We're currently working on an option to add head customization to your Space Marine, so that sounds like that's coming. And then number 8, allow Death Watch icons to be placed on the right shoulder. Yes, this is something already in the works. And they go on to say, let's celebrate Halloween, and they showcase some really cool shots here that the community has been taking. I need to mess around more with the photo mode. I've been messing around with more and more. You may have noticed in the thumbnails on my screenshots, but it's a lot of fun to goof around with. But man, let me tell you what, I am more than impressed with what this development team is actually doing with this game. I cannot believe we are going to be getting an 8th operation by the end of the year. So yeah, what a pleasant surprise. I think they kind of like teased that, of course, and kept it on the down low. But I love Christmas presents like this one for sure. And the comments are reading exactly how I feel. Check it out. It says, wow, new mission in December. It feels strange to have content at such a fast pace than I'm used to Darktide and Total Warhammer and their snail pace. Color me impressed. Yes, just be ready. It's a chaos mission. It takes place during the final campaign mission when we got to invert the giant obelisks. So we're going to be fighting heavy amounts of chaos numbers, which is going to be very fun. I'm excited to see the Lord of Change again. And yeah, it's going to be cool to also be facing off against the new enemy type on this brand new operation. Curious to see how the community receives this new enemy. It depends. We'll see how it pans out. Hopefully it's a lot of fun facing off against these guys. But yeah, we need something different going for the Thousand Suns, at least in my opinion, compared to the Tyranids. So hopefully this does add some more of that fun factor to the Thousand Suns. And I also got to bring up the point that this dev team is not stringing us along whatsoever. They're not BSing us, as brought up right here. It says, it's kind of funny. There's a number of suggestions to which the dev answer is no. I think a lot of the decisions are fair, and a clear refusal is better than not knowing forever. Couldn't agree more on that. Let me tell you what, time and time again, I've seen so many dev teams absolutely bullshit their community over and over again and string along the community forever and nothing happens. So it's wonderful to know that they are willing to say, hey guys, this is just not going to happen. It's not a priority. We're sorry, but this is going to happen. And we are going to focus on what the community really wants. I prefer how they are taking this approach far more than what I have seen previously. But there is one part of the upcoming updates that is somewhat disappointing. And the comments also mirror my sentiment on this as well. And it's this right here. Check it out. It says, bummer, the new pistol isn't universal. I really was hoping to use that new pistol for my personal favorite class. Of course, the tactical, but that is not going to be happening. And someone did respond saying this as well, going by the fact that the 3 classes that do get the pistol have the least range and are more melee focused. I have a feeling that the Neo Volkite is going to be very good. They probably didn't want to give the 3 classes that excel in ranged combat another amazing ranged weapon. I mean, could you imagine a tactical with a GL or a heavy with a heavy bolter dominating more than they already do? And it was also pointed out that it looked like the tactical was holding this pistol as well in the trailer. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed by that. I kind of wish that they would have more of a universal approach so no one is left out, because let's just face it, you do have one class that stands out for you that you absolutely love. But yeah, there's still options, the Bulwark, the Assault, and Vanguard. So I'm excited to try the Vanguard in particular with this one, utilizing that mobility with this type of pistol. But yeah, excited to still try it. And as always, it's time to go over your top comments as we are getting swarmed here. So remember, leave a comment down below. Let's do this. All right, so first comment is, has anyone else had their gun not fire until they switch to the secondary and back to the main? I've had it happen to me multiple times. I get past it, but it seems like a glitch or error. It happens most on heavy for me, but it's also happened on Vanguard. Usually happens at the start of the game or after coming back from death cooldown. Dude, this has happened to me a little bit more often than usual, at least lately. So yeah, this is one thing that I think the dev team needs to look into, also considering that it is the top comment on my most recent video. But yes, I have also been experiencing this, and it is one of the most frustrating things to have happen for sure. So hopefully they can fix that one in the future. All right, so we have playing against the Thousand Suns in comparison to the Tyranid is a different experience in my opinion. Much more difficult to kill the Chaos Marines. Straight bullet sponges. 2 bullet sponges, at least in my opinion. I still think there needs to be some work with the Thousand Suns. It's just, for me personally, I just avoid those maps a lot. And hopefully, I'm hoping that with this next operation that's coming up, since it does revolve around the Thousand Suns, that they do some fine-tuning, further fine-tuning towards that enemy variant before we hop in that operation. All right, we also have, I think that the guy complaining about the bulwark is just a shit bulwark. I have 0 issues with it. Using the contested health perk makes me the closest thing to a healer than we have. Yeah, so 121 upvotes on that one. Seems like you guys are not having too much trouble with bulwarking. And then customization for the banner is a must. That way Blood Raven bulwarks can borrow every chapter's banner, not just Ultramarines. 42 upvotes. You guys definitely want to see that. No comments yet from the devs on that one, by the way. But, you know, with cloth, it seems like... let me ask you this. Let me back up a little bit. When it comes to customization, do you think cloth customization, coloring your cloth, is more important than banner customization? Sound off in the comments down below, because I do have to put it in a priority list. So I'm curious your take on that one. Also, we have, as a bulwark main, my job is to protect and attack. I'm the wall. Hell yes. And finally, we have, yes, that dude's comment about 4.1 is not correct at all, LOL. And anyone saying this game is dog shit has been living in a gaming bubble, because that is not even close to the truth, LOL. So hilarious to me. And I love that this community is willing to celebrate this game and defend it because it deserves it. We have a game out right now that is just absolutely fantastic. Still my game of the year, Space Marine 2. Man, it is something special. And I love this dev team, and I just cannot wait to see what they bring us in the future, even beyond the Warhammer franchise. You know, I've told you guys I'm super hyped for the Jurassic Park game they're working on, and they have, I guess, another IP secured that is still out there that we still have to find out about. But yeah, very curious to see what happens in the future for this one. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.